Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing version 3 of the budget round trip rebel build. This time we are delving into the gray set, which you can actually obtain from finishing episode 17.1 illusion, and each class actually has a specific gray set, but it really depends on the build type. For this one, it is for round trip. First, obviously, the Circlet of Time for rebels, additional attack speed. We know that. You also get 20% round trip and vanishing buster damage every 3 refines. At +7, that is 40% round trip damage. You also get 5% long range damage every 4 refines. Now, you also get 5% ACD at +11, but obviously, we're not going to talk about that. We have Int 1, we have Temporal Jewel Dex level 2, bow damage +2%, might be long range damage, we're not sure yet, additional hit, and additional attack percentage. Would be nice to have a Disguiser card here, but it's still at +7, so there's no point. Now, moving on to the armor, we have the Gray Strip Suit, attack +100, level 7 you get attack +10%, at +9 you get +10% long range damage, and once you have everything, the armor, the mantle, the boots, and the ring, you basically get additional 5% long range damage, attack +2%, and additional 15% round trip damage. Now if it's all +27, like for example I have +9 for the boots, the mantle, and the armor, you get additional 10% long range damage, 3% attack, and 15% round trip damage. So it adds up. And obviously we have the Porcello card here, +25 attack, just a good generic armor card for the physical class. Next we have the Grace attack boots, attack +20, hit +20, FCT minus half a second, +9 you get 10% long range damage, which is pretty good for this build. And we have the white Porcello card here, attack +20, additional 10 with the Porcello card equipped, and +1 more attack per refine rate, so it's +9 right now given the upgrade level of the boots. Next, the Grace attack mantle, attack speed 7%, ACD minus 5%, +9 you get 10% physical damage to all sizes. And we have the Memblight card on here, 1% long range damage per 10 base dex. At 130 dex I am at +13% long range damage, so it's a good card for this type of build. Next, the Grace attack ring, attack speed 7%, VCT minus 10%, and critical damage +10%. And you have the Gold Scarabba card, obviously attack +20, a good generic accessory card for the physical class. And obviously the Illusion Booster L, because we don't have anything to put on that slot, attack +5%. We got Fatal, attack speed, Expert Archer 5 for additional 10% long range damage, and the Gold Scarabba card for additional 20 attack again. And we are using the same weapon as from the last 2 videos, the Lust Crusher. Again, you just need it to be +7 because you need that additional. You don't mind about the attack percentage, additional attack, that's a given. But at +7, you get 15% fire rain damage and 10% round trip damage. For +9, that's when you get the fire rain cooldown reduction. And +11, you only get the 15% round trip damage when you use fire rain, so there's no point if you're not going to run it. And obviously, the Archer Skeleton card for additional 10% long range damage. We've got 2 of them, so additional 20%. And obviously, the combo with it is the Demon's Familiar, all stats +10, because it's a Sin weapon. You get additional 200 attack and 200 M attack, which is a good boost, especially for a build or a class on a budget. This is probably the most budget way to get them. So yeah, let's do a little bit of a damage test on the eggs just to give you a rundown on how good this set is for for how cheap you can actually get them. Alright, here are the neutral eggs, armor piercing bullet this time for neutral damage. So we're doing about 235 to 240 to 250k per round trip. That's good, that's good. Next we have the fire egg, this time with freezing bullet. see how good it is with elemental damage. So we're doing about 320 to 340k. Oh, that's definitely better than the last two videos. Alright, so that concludes our damage test for the, again, version 3 of the 1 OCP round trip budget rebel build. That's a lot. I've got to say, the gray sets are definitely proving effective. Not just for this class, but for most classes who are actually using the or utilizing the gray set. There are some stuff or some skills on the gray set that really aren't as viable just because of the possibly the cooldown or the VCT rate and whatnot. But at the same time, it's something that's very cheap, something that you can actually just get by doing quests and finishing episode 17.1, maybe 16.1 and 16.2 before that, just so that you can scale the gear. But this is definitely a lot stronger than the version 2 or version 3, which obviously you probably would need to shell out a bit to get those. So yeah, hopefully this gives you a good idea of what this build can do. I definitely recommend this one. Hope you liked the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time.